I have Remy in the car. We're going to do laundry. That's the first thing that I'm doing as soon as the electrical's done in the house is getting a washer and dryer. It's like I'm living like a college kid, you know? It sucks. I got a fucking trash bag in the back with fucking dirty clothes in it. I would go buy clothes at Walmart because I hate doing laundry. I hate going to the laundromat like this, but you know, clothes at Walmart are cheap, but it's like now I'm getting too many clothes. It's like too much of a hassle. You know, I just giant piles of clothes pile up. So I got to do that. I got to get some other stuff. Bowser, We worked with Bowser 2 days ago. We started working with him, hold and drop inside on the table. Then yesterday, and then today we'll do that. And then, he'll be off the table. This dog, most puppies are on the table. This is the truth. Every day for at least the first 30 days. Not this dog. Not this guy. This guy, he's going to be awesome at any type of retrieving. We have a wide variety of objects that he's holding. I have him holding like this little flashlight that's pretty heavy. I have him holding it's two doorknobs, so it looks like a dumbbell. It's real heavy. That helps teach the dog to drop the object. So he's dropping it on command now. We also use the opposite of the doorbell, which is either I use a glove or a sponge and have him hold the sponge because it's real light. He has to hold that and release it when I tell him to. It's really, I don't feel guilty or freaked out. Like when a lot of dogs are here, I'm so freaked out about getting the dog done. I worry about it, like until the dog is picking up keys. Once the dog's picking up keys, I have this sigh of relief. The dog retrieved keys days ago. I just threw him on the ground and he kind of milled around it, sniffing them for a little bit, and then picked them up and went into the heel position. It's just one of those dogs that's easy to train to do retrieving. It's a Labrador. It's a curly lab is essentially what it looks like. Or acts like. It acts very much like a Labrador. Some Labradoodles look more like a poodle, right? That would be him. But his behavior's more Labradorish. Some look more like a lab and sort of act more like a poodle. But I'm not saying anything derogatory about poodles. I'm just saying, if I had a lab puppy coming here, right, and say I haven't done a board and train with a lab in a long time, which is strange because that's my whole background. But let's just say a lab puppy was coming here. We might see very similar behaviors that we do with Bowser. In other words, the dog would be very easy to train to do retrieving and hold and drop. And just sort of like the labs are just that's why labs are used as guide dogs and service dogs. They're sort of want to work with people. And that's what we see with the Labradoodle, the Golden Doodle. They're all just sort of like the Lab and the Golden, but they bred that poodle in to give it some genetic diversity, which is good for health reasons. So anyway, off to do laundry. I got to go by Walmart. I got Miss Remy with me. Miss Remy, come here. Look, it's little Remy. She's so awesome. So is Solarton, my child. By the way, Remington's real name was Remington, right? Not Remy, right? It was Remington. That's, Solarton. I thought Remy, when Remy first came, was a boy for some reason. And then at about 6 months of age, Remy laid an egg. It shocked the shit out of me. I thought Remy was a small male pigeon. As a matter of fact, I thought that Remy had a lot of brown here on her neck. I was thinking that Remy might be a hybrid pigeon mourning dove. And then all her feathers came in and she's full pigeon. Right, Remy? That's right. pigeons do that, and if you do it back, it's like an affirmative to the pigeon. It's like, good. The crackhead family was in the laundromat. Clearly. It's disgusting. If I wash, like I'm washing a dog blanket, it's something that Ike uses. It's filthy. You know, anybody that's looking at that washing machine, it's filthy. It's a sweet looking laundromat, isn't it? It is. It's pretty special. It works. That's all I care about. It's clean. It is clean. Now I do stay around the laundromat. Actually, I don't, because I don't really care if anybody steals my clothes that I buy at Walmart. I'm sure that people are going to steal stuff. They'd probably try stealing my underwear. Except I don't have any, because I don't wear that shit. What? What's it? Well, I know what it's about. When women wear it, they look hot in it. You know? Oh, that's my washing machine. Looks like it's gonna like shake apart. Chicks look hot in underwear. But man, why would I be wearing that stuff? You know? What is that? You wear underwear so you don't have to wipe your ass when you take a schmedley? Some girl was in here. She wouldn't shut up about her fiance. I swear to God, it was like everything that she was saying. Me and my fiance, my fiance this, my fiance that. Betty didn't marry her. I wouldn't. I'd be, convincing me to marry you. You'd really have to be I'd have to get along with somebody real good. You know. None of this withholding sex. You know. None of that. That's the sure sign of get out of the relationship if there's no intimacy. Not even intimacy, but this is my advice to any guy that's getting married. If she doesn't want to have sex, it's one thing. You know, maybe she needs to go to the doctor. Maybe she's on an SSRI that, has dumped her sex drive into the shitter. But if she's not nice, and she's not kind, fuck it, get out of it. You know? Is it loveless? Do you all walk around not talking to each other? It's a good sign that you should get out of it. You know? Do you ever walk past your significant other and you say nothing to them and they say nothing to you? Get the fuck out. Life is short. I swear to God, you'll wake up. You'll be my age. It is. Don't waste your time. Just don't even consider it. Don't even consider it. Just don't do it. The lady in the laundromat asked me what I did for a living. I told her and she said, "Oh, put your card up." And I'm like, that's the last thing I want to do. Seriously, I don't want people calling me. I do boarding trains only. I didn't want to go into the explanation of I'm exclusive. I am. I'm not going to just work with anybody. I'm not. Why would I do that? Last thing I want to do is private lessons where the dog hasn't been through a boarding train. It's a nightmare, you know? You work with the person, they're supposed to do the work, you come back a week later and the work's not done. They haven't really worked with the dog. I'm not doing that. You know, these are people that want to get something done on the cheap and it just doesn't. The work needs to be done with the dog. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you're not going to do the work with the dog, it's not going to get done. That's why I recommend board and train, is that I'm making sure that the work gets done. That's what you're paying me to do. Even if the person spends the time with the dog, they're not going to have, they're going to be making mistakes. Their timing's going to be off. It just doesn't go well. It doesn't go well. I want to work with people I know that, like the dog I got right now. Bowser, his owner's totally realistic. He wants a dog. He has 2 kids. He wants to get the dog trained. That's smart. That's totally smart. The dog that's coming after Bowser, Bucket, that owner's super realistic too. She wants to do something with the dog. She wants to make the dog into a dog that she can take into the hospital to help sick people. She's being totally realistic. She's stuck with the puppy a month longer than, well, she's not stuck with it, but it's going to take 30 days longer because the dog's coming from Canada. She's working with the dog. She's making the dog used to being hand fed and stuff, making sure that the dog knows that it doesn't have to rush the food. You're going to get the eat dog, but I'm taking it away right now. Here, you can have it back. Totally realistic. I don't want to work with somebody that is having problems with the dog to begin with, wants to do it on the cheap. It's just, the whole thing's unrealistic. Me and Remy, let's go to Walmart. We're going to Walmart. I wish I could take Remy into Walmart with me. One day I might. I might take her in and see if they give me any shit, and I'll say, well, she's a service pigeon. Well, what service does she provide? And then I'll have to say, listen, don't make me explain this. This is my pigeon wife. She's the mother of my pigeon baby, Solar. That's right. Seriously, anybody that thinks that I don't have a child that's a pigeon, I mean, it's the truth. You're fucked in the head. I held the egg. I did more as a pigeon dad, pigeon father than most fathers do for their human babies. What do you do for 9 months? You don't do anything. You go get your wife ice cream and shit. Most guys don't even do that. I'm a pigeon dad. Deal with it. I'm at Walmart. I gotta get chicken, liquid nails, vegetables for the dogs. Like, they need some fiber. Need to get that kind of stuff, like spinach. I use spinach a lot with the dogs. Sometimes I'll use oats. I don't like to use oats because they don't need a lot of carbs, but I will use them. What else? I don't know. Something. There's something in here I need that I don't know that I need it yet, but I'll see it and I'm like, oh, I need that. I'm in Walmart. So I was coming in, I saw a woman that was sort of multitasking, checking out, and she had her credit card in her mouth. She was holding it in her mouth. That's what you want to look for, guys. Is a woman that like licks her fingers, likes to eat bananas. Ask your date, how did she suck her thumb when she was a kid? Did she suck her thumb until she was 17? That's what you want. Look for that girl that like is really into oral smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Girl can't stop smoking cigarettes. She might like to smoke something else. You know what I'm saying? See, if I was a kid, I would want this, the Kong or the Hulk. This is awesome. It's from the Thor movie, which I'm waiting to see. Evidently, I can get it if I go on Amazon Prime. Like if I join Amazon Prime, I can watch it. But that movie looks great. It's got Hulk in it. If I was 8 years old, I'd be over here bitching to my mom or my dad, I want that and that. Come on. Look at Hulk. They dressed Hulk up in a gladiator outfit in this movie. I can't wait. It looks awesome. This is Kong Skull Island. I think I was watching that the other night. Fell asleep. All these calls, these box calls, they work good for turkeys. These slate ones, they work good, but the problem is there's movement. So if a bird's close by, they can see you moving. I highly recommend just practicing with the mouth calls. Seriously, the mouth calls work. You don't really have to move. Well, you have to put it into your mouth, but if it's just in your mouth already, there's going to be no movement. All of them work. They all work pretty good. those shaker calls, those work. But man, once again, you're moving a lot. That's the deal with turkey hunting. Don't move. Don't walk around. Don't move. You know, most Walmarts, well, a lot of them sell black powder guns, even shotguns. This one does not. It just sells air guns. But I'm going to say hypothetically, say the government said, well, you can only shoot black powder, right? We're taking all centerfire and rimfire guns away. So what? I could still hunt. You can still go bird hunting. I'm not tied into guns so much. My dad was. My dad would never have given up any gun. If I could use black powder, it's fine. It'd be fine. Everybody's just, there's a lot of people that are gun nuts. My dad was one of them. I have guns, you know, but I'm not gonna lose my life over, you know, no, you're not taking my gun away. It's ridiculous. It is. The whole thing's ridiculous. With that said, I want to say something about the AR-15. The AR-15, you're talking about aesthetics. It's no different than many deer rifles other than it can hold multiple rounds. It's just aesthetics. And see, that's the problem. People are worried, well, if you're gonna make a law where you can't have an AR-15, what about the deer rifle? It's the same shit. It is. It's aesthetics, I swear to God. You people that don't understand guns, when they talk about the devastating power of an AR-15, yeah, that would be the devastating power of a deer rifle too. Any rifle, some of these deer rifles would be worse, like a 45-70. Are you kidding me? That's like a 450 grain bullet. If that hit a human, the human's gone. What are you going to do? Outlaw those too? See the point? You're talking about aesthetics. You're talking about the gun that is semi-automatic that looks like the gun that's fully auto that the Army uses. It's an Army man gun. It's for the guy that likes to play Army man. It's pathetic. They could get rid of them. I don't care. But I don't think that they should get rid of like a 30-30, you know? Lever action? Come on. Give me a break. I think I've said this before. Your best deal on super glue is this right here. You get more the way that you apply it. It seems to be good. These you're just paying for how you apply it and stuff. This one right here, it's a lot of it. Here's one that's a pretty good deal too, I think. It was almost $1 more. Is it more? Yes, it is. It is more. This one works pretty good too. Hey, this pillow here, I bought this. This is a good pillow. Medium support for sleeping on your stomach. It works out great. I gotta get a pillowcase for it. It was well worth the money. It was $6. Okay, the last time I was here, this said pillow, and it said pillow sham, and I didn't know what that was. So I bought this. This is not what I want. This is like a pillow with sort of ruffles around the edges. What the fuck? Well, who would want that? An old lady, you know? Not there. I'm not there yet, and I'm not a lady. Well, I'm pretty old, but I want just a regular fucking pillowcase. That's all I want. I don't see it. Oh, 200 thread count pillowcase in black. Do I want black? Here's some kind of flannel. No, it's not flannel. I think, yeah, I'll get this because I think I have these sheets too. So regular pillowcases. It's two of them. I have two pillows. One that's I don't like, and then the one that I do like. And this nifty aqua green shit color. See, I don't really no, this isn't what I have. This is the one. This is the sheets I have. Look at this. Not that I don't care about the color. I don't. I could get black just as easy. But black shows dirt, so that means I'll have to do more laundry. Not that I care about, oh, look, it looks dirty. I won't use it. No, I'll still use it. But I'll be thinking, oh, I gotta do laundry. Fucking laundry. Check this out. This reminds me of that Instagram app, you know, where you see the chicks that do this. They turn themselves into like a cat or a bunny rabbit or something. That's what this reminds me of. Every time I see that, I think, oh, that chick's probably really sexual. Why, I don't know. I think that they're like trying to say something by giving themselves whiskers. Like, I'm an animal in the sack. I like to do it. You know? Most of the time, I don't like seeing it. You know? But if it's on a hot broad, sure. You're a little kitty cat, you're a bunny rabbit. We get it. We get it. This yum yum sauce, that reminds me of something that happened when I was in Fort Lauderdale. The yum yum sauce, no more yummy. You know what I want, and I don't see it, is the St. Louis style ribs. I think it was a Walmart brand. They were pretty good, honestly. I don't see them. Jack Dan. It had no sauce on them. They were barbecued without sauce. Fuck. Fucking Walmart. Oh, look at what I found. These are good. I'm getting these. I recommend them. This dip here, this is good. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the dip that we would make as kids with the Lipton onion soup. That's what this tastes like. I'm giving it my highest rating on dip, which is a buy. Buy it. Try it. You'll like it. I noticed something about myself is I always sort of get the same stuff. I don't have a very diverse diet. I don't. I eat the same shit, it seems. But as far as like tea goes, I said this before, these are $2. Man, the small one's $1.50. This is a deal. I can drink one of these in a night. You know, but if I buy the small ones, I'm gonna drink 4 of them. This is a lot cheaper. $2. They're like giving this shit away. If you're like me, you're a guy, you're single, you don't wanna do dishes, plastic forks and knives, man, if you're gonna eat out of a can, what does it fucking matter? Here's something that I don't own, a toilet brush. Why would I own that? If I had a broad coming over, maybe. If a broad was coming over, she would know that my bathroom is disgusting. That it's like going into a gas station, sort of. I don't care. I'm shitting in the damn thing. I'm taking a piss in it. See what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? Maybe at the studio, but the house, the water has a real high iron content. That toilet's never gonna look good. Pretty sure I just saw a couple thumb suckers. You know what I'm saying? They look like they would really like sucking on their thumbs. That's what you need to look for, the thumb sucker. I do have a friend that's quitting smoking right now. I think she was a thumb sucker. She loves smoking. She loves it a lot. She's having trouble quitting. If she quits smoking, she might start putting other things in her mouth, though. Oh, I don't have a cigarette. I gotta give a guy a knobber. Could be me. Yeah, she better quit smoking. She should just sublimate, do something else other than smoking. You know what I'm talking about. One thing that I do like about winter is that I can get the stuff out of the car, my groceries, at my leisure. I don't care. If it's real cold, I'll let stuff stay in there all night. Got shit to do. I gotta go back and work with Bowser. Bowser. It is not unusual that people ask me if I would would hire them as an apprentice, or would I hire them as like an internship. They'll say stuff like, and you don't have to pay me. Listen, you would have to pay me, okay? I'll be very clear. Sherry does something like that out in California. It's called a mentorship program. Do you think that I think she charges like $900, $1,000 a day for that. Do you think I would be less than that? And no, she has a, like a guest house where the people that are doing the mentorship, they can stay. I don't. And I don't want you staying in my house. I don't want to work extra for you. You think I'm getting some kind of deal by you? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to be at the laundromat for me? Forget it. And if I was going to do the mentorship program, it cost a fortune. I'm just telling you flat out, you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay a fortune, one. And two, you can't stay at my house. You'd have to stay at a hotel. And right at 6 o'clock or whatever, you leave, go to the hotel, give me my space. It's not anything that I'm thinking of doing. I've considered it because it would be a way to make money, but is it worth it? It isn't worth it to me. Years ago, I contemplated that, like having an assistant for making art. And I was like, no, that just sounds like more hassle than it's worth. No way. Like, you think that I want you as an apprentice and that, you're not going to have to pay me? That's not the way it works. You're in a fucking, you're living in Disneyland then. You are. You're out of your fucking mind. If I do any type of mentorship program, it's going to be over $1,000 a day. And you can't stay at my house. Unless you're real hot. If you're real hot, maybe, but maybe not. Nah, fuck it. If you're real hot and I've been working with you all day, you need to leave. You need to go to the hotel. Seriously. No apprenticeship, no mentorship until I announce. Don't even ask. Stop asking. I don't need help. Okay? I don't need help. I'm at House of Hong getting hot and sour soup and sashimi to go. And I've been thinking about Trump's idea to arm teachers. It just seems more and more asinine the more I think about it. He thinks, this is what he said today, he thinks that at least 20% of the teachers have experience with handguns or guns in general, that they have a military background. That's what he thinks. The other day he was saying probably 40%. Are you out of your mind? Most teachers, statistically, are female. This is true. Most of them went to college and they became teachers. They didn't go into the military and say, oh, I'm going to be a teacher. It's like he's been watching too many Arnold Schwarzenegger movies or Charles Bronson movies, Listen, it's simple. We pay property taxes, we pay the school tax. Now, every property owner needs to pay a school security tax. It could be like $200 a year for everyone, and that would cover the cost of having the cops in the schools. Remember, you don't need them in there all year round. You need them for the months that they have school going on. Colleges, universities, private schools, they need to up their tuition. That's just how it is. What's the problem? I think $200 seems reasonable. I even think that $300 would be reasonable. You're already sticking me with the school tax where I don't even have children. So, might as well add on some more, huh? But that's more reasonable than thinking, oh, the teacher's gonna pull out the 9mm and save everyone. He's got like the mind of a child. Tell you the other thing that I think is absurd about Trump is today in the CPAC speech, he started bad-mouthing the deputy or the cop, whoever it was, that showed up on scene at the school first, took position up outside, okay? Now, I'm not a cop. I don't know if that's what he was supposed to do, but everybody's saying he was supposed to go in and try and shoot the guy. Now, that sounds logical to me. And I'm saying that's probably what, if I was a cop, I would do, unless that was not the procedure. But he took up position outside, okay? So he's badmouthed, Trump's going off on this guy. And who is Trump? Trump wasn't even in the military. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's easy to say, you know, he should have run in. We don't know what the procedures are in that situation. The cop might have been following procedure. I don't know. But for Trump to be bad-mouthing a cop, for Trump to badmouth anybody, it's absurd. He's the president, you know? Saying that a football player should lose his job, anything like that. Who the hell is he? He's just some guy that his dad gave him a bunch of money and he parlayed it into more money. But we don't know. He was bankrupt some years back in a big way, and it looks like the Russians bailed him out and Deutsche Bank. So we don't know. We don't really know what Trump is worth. You know, he could be worth less than he says that he's worth. Oprah, I bet, is worth more. Oprah's worth $3 billion. You know, I think that's what I heard Trump is worth. But if he owes, you know, billions to he has money, he has a lot of money, you know, but he might also have a lot of debt to the Russians. See what I'm saying? Like, without the Russians, he might be SOL. So for him to badmouth anybody is just a joke. He's not a self-made man. His dad gave him millions.